Hey everyone, it's Alice, and today I'm going to be reacting to 21 Pilots' new album, Scaled and Icy. So this is the first time we've done anything like this, so I'm sorry if, number one, you're only here for bookish content, in which case, flee, and number two, you don't get a traditional react video, because I'm not really sure what I'm doing. But I wanted to share my thoughts on this album. When Trench came out, which was 21 Pilots' fifth album, I wrote like 5,000 words about how much I loved it on a blog post, and I just thought this might be a bit of a healthier way of listening to the new album for the first time, rather than just pouring my entire soul into my blog about it. So we're going to give it a go. I'm going to be listening to it through my laptop, watching the lyric videos just in case I miss anything, because I find it easier to understand when I'm reading the lyrics. So yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not looking at you. I'll try and talk about all of the songs instead of just listening to it and forgetting that you're there. But we will wait and see, because obviously I don't know what to expect. I haven't listened to any of the songs from the albums yet. I have avoided Shyaway, which came out like 2 months ago. And I've avoided Choker, which was released a couple of weeks ago, because I wanted to listen to it for the first time as a whole, which I'm now scared about. But we're going to go for it. So we're going to start off with Good Day. I'm so scared. I just have to say I love the "will you depend on the weather?" Would you say you depend on the weather? Like, that's a really good line, because like I have seasonal affective disorder and I do depend on the weather a lot. I'm surprised by how like upbeat it is already. It feels like classic like rom-com intro music. I can see this being used in movie trailers. So that was way happier than I was expecting. You would not think this was the same band that released Vessel. I like it. It's not the kind of music that I normally go for, but I like it. I was a bit surprised by the twist about losing his wife and child. Like the most upbeat music you ever heard, and he's like, someone just sued me and I lost my wife and my kid. That was a twist. Kind of getting Not Today vibes. Something in like the music is kind of reminding me of like Not Today, and We Don't Believe What's on TV as well, getting some vibes from that. And those are like my favourite songs on Blurryface, so I'm enjoying it so far. Let's go on to Choker. I'm going to be watching the official video for Choker, so you can see my video reaction as well. Finally seeing it. Ooh. Oh, Ned! This is more like a... Josh is obviously out of the band if he's working the till in a souvenir shop. Self-sabotage is sweet romance is a sick line. What? So I think I like that more than Good Day, which is a plus. So definitely an interesting music video. Loving the fact that Josh is like shrinking everybody with like icy breath. That's pretty cool. I liked the way that it went into the more traditional 21 Pilots style towards the end of the song, because you've got like the kind of spoken word-esque rapping, and that's like always been my favourite part of their songs. So I think that one will probably grow on me. It's not like a new favourite, but it's definitely got a bop to it. It's definitely got a good beat. So now we are moving on to Shyaway, which was the first single, and also has a video. So again, good beat. Loving the little bunches. This is like properly indie. Like the Kooks could release something like this. Kind of Two-Door Cinema Club. The ski masks. Shirtless Josh John. I mean, I like it, but again, it's really not 21 Pilots. It's like so not a 21 Pilots song. Like, the lyrics are very repetitive. You get the chorus, and then it's just basically the chorus over and over and over again, and that's not normally what they go for. Their songs normally tell more of a story. I like it. Some bands I listen to for the lyrics, some bands I listen to for the music. 21 Pilots used to be more of the former, but it feels like they're becoming more of the latter. Because, like, I would listen to this to, like, go for a walk, do some dance or exercise. I don't think I would listen to this to really, like, pay attention to the lyrics and get deep into the music. Okay. Not what I've been expecting at all so far. Ugh, now I'm tangled in my headphones. Oh, smooth. Should have worn my Bluetooth ones because they're wireless. That would have been easier. Right, so now we're going on to track 4, which is The Outside. Again, very boppy. I've got a long drive, I'll take my eyes. Like, that's got to be referencing car radio and a car are taught to death. I like that. Heads are moving, and there's me like, yeah. It's just a bit predictable. Like, the music's doing exactly what I would expect it to do. Again, like, repeating. They're not normally this repetitive. Join the club. Take my vibes. Or am I on the outside? Yeah, once you've heard half of this, you've heard the whole thing. I wasn't expecting this from this album. This would be good at festivals. It really reminds me of something and I can't think what. I don't know if it's the 1975. Kind of like the guitar line in Love Me is a bit similar. Not a fan of that one. Not a fan. I like where it said it was like powered by fumes or whatever that lyric was, because that kind of reminiscent of chlorine. But no, that's not the one for me. Oh no, I thought I was gonna love this. So now we're going to move on to Saturday, which is not going to be as good as the Kids Sing Loud Houses song Saturday, so I might as well skip it. Of course I'm not going to, but like, that's the best Saturday song. Oh, I'm nervous. Straight away, I thought I was going to go into Panic at the Disco Victorious, that like intro note. What about Tuesday? What about Thursday? That's not how the week works, Tyler Joseph. You have lost your sense of time. Sean will like this because of his fishbowl of favourites. This one would be really fun live. Yeah, I could have... Again, like, it's predictable how it's going to go musically. Like, not doing the We Paint the Town on the last line, just, like, cutting off on Saturday. There was, like, a weird kind of stop-start. And I thought my laptop was crashing and I didn't realise that was going to be in the song. Which is interesting. I liked the bit with Tyler and Jenna having a conversation. That was really cute. But I don't know if a casual listener would be interested in that. Like, I'm interested in that because I love Tyler and I love Jenna and their relationship is just couple goals. But I think for a casual listener, if that song came on and it had like a conversation between him and his wife in it, they'd be like, I don't really get it. I'm not interested. So it's a brave move. But I don't think this album is going to get them This album will get them new listeners. I don't think it will get them new fans. Like, I can't imagine somebody listening to this album, someone who's never heard them before, listening to this album and being like, this is my new favourite band, and then going back and listening to the old stuff and enjoying it just as much. Level of Concern, yes. Which, again, makes me wonder why Level of Concern isn't on this album, because it would fit so beautifully with these songs. But I think if they were looking back any further than that, when it's a bit heavier, a bit, like, more depressing, I don't think that somebody would listen to this and then necessarily love that. It's an interesting switch. Let's move on to Never Take It. My belly's rumbling. Need a snack break. Keep the truth in quotations because they keep lying through their fake teeth. I like that as like a bit of social commentary. Lyrically, this is more what I was expecting. But again, they're like, woo, hoo. I've heard that before. This is like, again, like 2010s indie. You better educate yourself, but never too much. That is also a good line. Again, this will be great live. Bit heavier. Pretty much feeling the same as I'm feeling about the other ones. It's just not really new. So that whole song just kind of reminds me of, there was a bit of a kick-off last summer because people were rightly asking Tyler Joseph to use his platforms to raise awareness of issues surrounding Black Lives Matter because he was very silent on the whole thing. And he turned it into a joke and took a picture of him like wearing platform shoes in the street, and people were like, well, this isn't great. Like, something really serious is going on and you are using your platform to make fun of it. This reminds me of that because, like, he obviously understood what people were saying and they were like, yeah, can you use your platform to say something? And he didn't want to. And this feels like he took that criticism of, like, you should use your platform and was like, okay, I'll say something, but not really anything that deep. Like, don't educate yourself too much. I mean, I feel as though people should be as highly educated as they should be, especially if it is about political issues. I'm guessing, based off of their asking for a second try, that it's about the fact that Trump went for a second term as president. And like, oh, we'll never take it. Like, we won't let you in again. But like, you let him in the first place. So again, that's just my interpretation of it, obviously. It might not be about Trump. But it's just really reminding me of that. It's like, oh, like, you can't weaponize us. But like, maybe people should weaponize themselves to support the causes that they really believe in. It just seems a bit like they're trying to make a political statement and trying to be one of those bands that's like got a political conscience, but they don't want to do it too much, so they're kind of towing the water a little bit, like towing the line. I think it could have said more. Based off of what we've heard Tyler say in the past, based off of how vitriolic he was on Neon Gravestones about like the culture of idolising celebrity suicide, we know that he's not afraid to say controversial things. It just feels like he doesn't want to say controversial things about the things that actually really truly matter to like society as a whole. Yeah, not a fan. Again, like the music, but not a fan of what they're saying with that one. If I'm interpreting it correctly. Who knows? Maybe I'll have to read up some Genius lyrics afterwards and it'll be like, actually, this is about breakups or something. Like, wow. Okay, we're going to go on to Mulberry Street, which I hope is as good as Taylor Swift's Cornelia Street. Cornelia Street? Haven't listened to that song in a while. Mulberry Street. Again, this sounds like it'll be on an advert for something. Bit boring. Keep your sunny days. That was on a mug in the Choker video. You can have the weekends. We will live between them. Well, Tyler, you don't know what Tuesday or Thursday are, so you've only got a 3-day week now, man. That's gonna suck. This just makes me want to go to sleep. I would skip this. Like, if I wasn't filming this video, I would be off. Trumpet. More Josh Dunn trumpet. This is the longest 3 minutes 45 of my life. So that's my least favourite so far. Wow, that was boring. The middle bit sounds like it's going to become a different song. Like, the piano starts becoming more of the focus, and there's some crowd noise in the background. I thought if they'd twisted it and turned it into like a piano ballad at the end, it would have been interesting, but it feels like it's going to turn into something else, and then it goes back to just repeating the same, like, 3 lines over and over. Let's move on from that one. Jesus. Formidable. This is better again. I know that we've just met, but could you take me everywhere you've ever been? That's quite cute. This kind of gives me Beatles vibes. I don't like the Beatles. I'm worried my loyalty might bore you. No, but Mulberry Street does. Again, not much to say about it. I think that was the most interesting lyrically so far, but musically, it's getting bored again. This is not how I thought this react video was going to go. I thought it was going to be me sobbing and excited, not kind of wishing I hadn't bothered. Well, there's 3 songs left. Let's see if it gets better. Bounce Man. Ukulele. It sounds like Zach, Tyler's brother, but I don't know if it is. Who knocks like pop, pop, pop? Pop, pop? You can reply, even if someone has crossed state lines. Like, you can still reply. Come to the house, man. Oh, my old lady. Oh, man. Basically the same complaint I have about every song so far. It doesn't feel like a 21 Pilots song. It's fun. If it came on the radio, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't skip it. I wouldn't, like, find a different channel, but I don't think I would actively listen to any of these so far. Apart from possibly Choker and Shyaway. I don't think I would actually actively choose to put any of these on. Let's move on to No Chances. Let's get this over and done with. Oh. Oh. Ooh, so like staticky vibes. This reminds me of Hadouken, and I like Hadouken. Why couldn't the whole album be like this? It's probably going to get awful in a second, isn't it? Oh! This is like kind of Heathens-esque. I love this. Again, going to be amazing live. Kind of fairly local-esque as well. Oh, My Son, My Blood, kind of mirroring. On the piano, oh, the little noise in the background is very Cara Taught to Death. It's weird that that song has been like referenced twice. Oh, I love that. I don't want to say the word trap, but it kind of is. I love this. There we go. I managed to get a new favourite song off of this album. At least one. I've got a song left. How are they putting songs like that on the same album as Mulberry Street? Like, you listen to Mulberry Street and it's like the most boring thing they've ever released. And then you get to No Chances and you're like, bang. That's what I wanted. That is what I wanted from this album. And I had to wait until track 10 to get it. 10 out of 11. I'm over half an hour in. Well, I mean, it's just before the half an hour in mark. No, it's like, how long is it? How long is it? It's 37 minutes. You literally have to listen to half an hour of, like, chaff. And then you get to the one good song. Jesus. Right, let's do the last song. This is Redecorate. Oh, it's very immersive. She's not afraid of her reflection, but of what she might see behind it. I love that. But I don't want to go like this. I don't want to leave like this. It's making me think of Dima and the whole concept of Trench when he's like taken against his will. Lyrically, this is exactly what I needed from this album. This is beautiful. Fair to say he's fairly sedated most days of the week, but not all the days of the week, because we've already established that Tyler Joseph doesn't know what Tuesday or Thursday are. I've literally got goosebumps. Okay, that's my favourite song on the album. That is something very special. Oh my gosh. Literally, like, most of their songs give me like the shivers up the spine, goosebumps feeling. And Redecorate's the only song on that entire album that did that for me. I already want to listen to that song again. Like, lyrically, it was more interesting. Musically, it was fascinating. So immersive because you've got so much going on in, like, the split headphones. So, to sum up, the last two songs are the best two songs. By far. No Chances and Redecorate. Redecorate particularly the best one. And it's the longest song. That is the longest song on the album. That comes in at 4 minutes and 5 seconds, which is longer than any of the others. The next longest is 3 minutes 44. And that's Mulberry Street. And that felt so much longer. I felt like I was stuck in a time loop and it was never going to end when we listened to Mulberry Street. I'm conflicted. Most of the songs I would enjoy listening to no matter who they were by. And some of them I don't want to listen to again. I mean, when I first listened to Blurryface, I hated it all the way through. So give me like a year and I'll probably love all of these songs just because they're 21 Pilots. But on a first listen, I would say the best songs are Redecorate, No Chances, Shyaway and Choker. Saturday was fun, it just didn't make much sense lyrically. Not a huge fan of Never Take It. Really didn't like Mulberry Street. Formidable, lyrically interesting. I've already forgotten what Good Day sounded like. I Know It Was Happy. The Outside. If you're a fan of the 1975, start with The Outside. If you're a fan of 21 Pilots, start with Redecorate. But then don't start with Redecorate, because if you start with Redecorate, then it's just all downhill from there. Oh no. Well, I hope you enjoyed our first attempt at a react video. I'm sorry that I didn't end up liking this album as much as I thought I was going to. If you think that I'm wrong and my least favourites are your favourites, please leave a comment down below telling me why. Like, what is it about those songs that you enjoy? What is your favourite track on the album? What's your favourite 21 Pilots album so far? And yeah, if you'd like to like this video, like, if you liked it, please like it. If you'd like to subscribe, we'd be super duper grateful. We post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. This is a bonus video because it is the first time doing anything like this. But if you enjoyed this, then please pop back in a couple of days because we are doing another album react in just a second. Because Greatest Hits by Waterparks has been released on the same day as Scaled and Icy. So as a massive Waterparks fan, I'm going to have to listen to that too. Let's hope that goes a bit better than this did. But yes, thank you so much for watching and see you again soon. Bye! Oh, you're back. I love you. And I already started off. It's fine.